Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. As you see right here, the man of the hour, MJF. We hear from Maxwell Jacob Freeman, and MJF cut the biggest promo of his life. He wants out of his AEW contract, and he continues to provoke AEW owner Tony Khan to do so. Also, too, we hear important implications for Blood and Guts. Yes, Blood and Guts. William Regal issued put out the challenge for Jericho and crew. Will Jericho and crew accept? We'll see. Also, too, CM Punk. CM Punk makes his debut as the new AEW World Heavyweight Champion. CM Punk has to go for almost a 10-year span. He's back on top once again. We'll talk about that as well. All this and more on the Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, KJ Dixie. Glad you can join us on the Pro Wrestling Show. Here, we just immediately after AEW Dynamite, we're here. As we thank you for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. Like I said, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Like we said, we got a lot to get to, but like I said, what a AEW show it was. I think this show was better than fucking WWE. Probably Raw was good. AEW was a little bit better. Well, AEW comes from the Forum, home of the was home to the Los Angeles Lakers, and now the Forum is just a venue for concerts and stuff. Well, tonight you'll hear from Johnny Elite. Johnny Elite has an open contract. We'll talk about who accepted his challenge and go against him. Also, to the mighty Warlow, free from MJF, goes against JD Drake, as well as Athena, who used to be Ember Moon in WWE, makes her AEW appearance, and she is a great addition to the AEW women's roster, if you ask me. Well, we get started where we hear from Warlow's former boss, MJF. MJF had a lot to say tonight. MJF did not hold back one bit. MJF feels like he has not been treated the way he should be treated. MJF went on a tirade talking about WWE, talking about Tony Khan's bringing in ex WWE guys and paying them ton load of money. She got a point and saying he wants out of his contract, and he said he's in much pain and he doesn't want to be in AEW no more. I don't know if it was a shoot or work, but hey, when MJF makes it like that, it's got to be something in that case in them terms. MJF feels like he doesn't feel appreciated. You know, talent like MJF comes in a mile, and he's 26 years old, or 25, 26, or I think 25 years old. He still has enough going. He's going to be a future champion, future main eventer. But they don't, like Tony Khan wants to push WWE guys, and I get that. You know, you're trying to build up credibility, like we'll talk about CM Punk coming up in a minute. But when you got a talent like MJF, I way before AEW even got started, way before MJF even appeared on MLW, I found MJF on the Indies, and I said, "This man has persona. He has character. I mean, he had much of a full-fledged heel." And I said one day to myself, if I had a company, I would want to get MJF. Tony Khan and Cody beat me to it, but MJF should be a keeper and should be an investment down the road as a top player. But Tony Khan's wasting his money on other stuff, and he should be trying to focus on MJF. And I get Tony Khan's perspective too. When you have MJF and you want to keep him, but he has to honor the contract, and then he might get more money. Then he might become world champion. But MJF doesn't want to wait too long. I guess he's looking at his best friend Cody, and speaking of how their experience turned out to be for Cody. Cody's been treating WWE. WWE has no alternative but to treat Cody with respect. If they didn't, Cody would be bad mouthing them. But he got to deal with what he got because he was saying, but MJF saying he wants out of his contract and he wants out of it eventually. So I don't know if Tony Khan gonna get in the ring and want to fight MJF, or MJF going. I don't know how this is gonna go and how this is gonna fare. But it's only really interesting TV to see. I want to hear what Jim Cornette has to say on this podcast this week about this because he's a big fan of MJF, like I am. So I get MJF want to leave, but you got to wait till your contract's over with. Speaking of MJF's rival, CM Punk came out of AEW as the new World Heavyweight Champion, defeating Heyman Page. CM Punk could validate him, could give AEW validation and stuff. And so I think CM Punk can be that validation. He has the tools of the trade, and we'll see if CM Punk can do what he has to do in order to make things work. And let's feel like CM Punk got that momentum. Only time will tell him that and see what he's going to do going forward from that. But CM Punk, he teamed up with his newfound friends. I didn't even know if FTR woman was going on. He teamed up with FTR to take on who did he take on? He teamed up against something. He teamed up to go against somebody. Um yeah, he teamed up with FTR to take on Mass Caster and the Gun Club. You know that was easy parking the cake. It's Punk and FTR won. So I don't know. Don't be surprised if the FTR you ever watch them, they'll turn on you. But CM Punk got a new challenge with the Forbidden Door pay per view coming up. It's Tanahashi. So Tanahashi and CM Punk will go at it 1-on-1, and they'll go at it at Forbidden Door. I don't know. It'll be for the AEW World Championship. Not, I think it might be because Tanahashi was looking at the title. So CM Punk first title defense will be against a New Japan star, Tanahashi. So we'll look forward to see that coming forward. Also, too, Johnny Elite had a challenge up his sleeve. He wants to fight anyone with an open contract, and no other than who came out there was Miro. Miro came out there. Miro talked about my God, this and my God, that. Miro came out there to air his. You know what? And Miro went against Johnny Elite and broke him down. And Miro coming back. I don't know if Johnny Elite even got a contract. He's AEW bound or not, but Miro came back to claim his throne by clamping in that suplex, clamping in that clamor clutch, and he did so by doing what he had to do. But Miro returning back, and Miro even bending Johnny Elite over to do what he had to do in that match. Also, to Athena. Athena was coming out there. We used to be Ember Moon. She came out there, and she wants Jade Cargill. She wants to be the one to defeat Jade Cargill and defeat her undefeated streak of 33-0. She wants 33-1. Well, Stokely Hathaway came out there as well. He provides a new voice to Jade Cargill. Well, Jade Cargill now has her team. Jade Cargill sending Kiara Hogan to get the job done if she can, but we'll see what's going on with that with Stoker and all of them. We're gonna be all elite, all right. Speaking of that, the mighty Warlow. Warlow was in action. Warlow was in action against JD Drake. Warlow with delivered two devastating power bombs to JD Drake and won his match. Warlow sending a message that he is the man in AEW. But Mark Sterling came out there and send the security guards to sue Warlow. Warlow gonna attack both security guards if you ask me, bit by bit. So I don't know why he did what he did, but Warlow's there. Warlow's there to dominate. Pretending he's like the new Goldberg Batista wrapped into one. Speaking of that, celebrities was in attendance. Vince Vaughn was in attendance, as well as Macaulay Culkin was in attendance. Everybody wanted to see AEW in LA, and a lot of the executives from the new Warner Brothers Discovery was there too. Speaking of that, Chris Okay, the Young Bucks. Yeah, the Young Bucks were in action, and they went against. They was in that historic making tag team match that we saw Jungle Boy Christian Cage with the historic match right there. The Jungle Boy Christian Cage, Darby Allin, Matt Hardy, and Luchasaurus teamed up against in a 10-man tag team match against the Young Bucks, Red Dragon, and Hero. Well, we know that the Young Bucks won the match. The Young Bucks won their match, and they'll move forward. And they want a tag. They want probably the opportunity for the tag team titles down the road, as you can see. We'll see that in the near future as well. So we'll see. Also, too, the gauntlet was made. Um, as you see right here, Regal and John and Eddie Kingston laid out the challenge, and Eddie Kingston almost put Jericho almost put Jericho on fire. And Jericho didn't like that one bit. Jericho felt like he was threatened with his life. And who can blame Jericho? I think one thing about Jericho does not like that. William Regal, all of them was on guest commentary as well. Seeing that and knowing that it could be that possibility of what's going to happen, and we could know what the possibility could be going forward is like that. But like I said, this match is going to be this match is personal, and I mean this, and it was personal indeed. We're trying to get photos for you of John Moxley. I mean, John Moxley kind of went through the ringer in that match. He wants Jericho, and he named it that. Hey, we'll see coming up, but Jericho will be in a match of his own coming up shortly in a hair versus hair match shortly. So let's see if we can get the photos for you right quick, because this was kind of going a little bit further than what it did tonight. And, let's see if we can get it for you right quick. And William Regal said that many people want him to say, you say war games, but now this time he say blood and guts, blood and guts, blood and guts indeed. But like I said, Regal shown, as you see, Regal was on commentary with representing John Moxley. Dan Garcia and John Moxley battle. Chris Jericho was on commentary. But we know that Dan Garcia and John Moxley had a bloody match, but John Moxley won over Garcia. He looked like a crimson mask. Now we know this week what's going on right now. They're having Road Rager as Jericho will put his head on the line against Ortiz, as well as former champion Heyman Page will go against David Finlay, and then Blood and Guts will be the end of June. So it's going to be a lot going on. We're going to see that match. Ooh, this is going to be a good AEW coming up this month of June. As you see, pack to pack as well. It's going to be a good month. Also, too, we want to end this with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Jamie Hayter teamed up in a tag team match against Tony Storm and Ruby Soho. Dr. Britt Baker coming in with momentum of winning the Only Heart Cup tournament, the women's division. And Ruby Soho was so close to winning, but she couldn't get the job done. Tony Storm was in it, but Jamie Hager and Britt Baker won, and they won indeed, winning the tag team match. We don't know the tension going on, lack of communication at first, but they was able to put it together and put it together in good use. So you see right there, heading forward, a lot going on. But well, we're going to end it with John Moxley showing crimson blood, and he want to get his hands on who he wants to get Jericho and their crew. Well, thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. We want to say we'll see you this week for the SmackDown Ring Report. And we're going to see you for the In Your House Predict the Outcome special. So look for that coming this weekend. Well, me being Kendrick Dick saying so long, and we'll leave you with CM Punk as the new World Heavyweight Champion. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long, and we'll see you Friday this weekend for the Pro Wrestling Show SmackDown Report. See you later.